And the Formula 4 is out on the track at the moment, warming up for their race. It's round 5 of the Ford Care Australian Formula 4 Championship, and here's how they grid up today. Mark Webber, the fast man of 95 on pole. Jason Bargwanna, a great performance from him alongside in the Reynard. On row 2, Jason Bright, the championship leader in the Valvoline Van Diemen. 44, Melrose. Row 3, Tremaine Dickinson and Dougal McDougall. Row 4, Mark Noske and Gavin Monaghan. Row 5 is Adam Moore in the Swift, Tim Grant in the Adjip Van Diemen, Rod Green behind them in the Van Diemen, and Paul Stevenson alongside him. Car's ready now, and that car there, Jason Bargwanna, a 7-year-old Reynard, as we welcome Neil Crompton, and I'm sure you'd say that's quite an outstanding effort.
It's a tremendous performance from Jason, and it just goes to show how important driving skill is on this circuit and how important setup is when you're trying to get a car right for this tricky track.
Revs rise as they await the start. This 12-lap contest. Holding them for a long time there, but Jason Bargwanna, you could see him looking at the starter, and he did a tremendous start there. Great reaction time from the Reynard driver as he leapt off the second position on the grid and down toward the carousel for the first time. A great pack of cars here, 28 in all. Very quick in qualifying as they shuffle through up toward the back part of the circuit for the first time. And it's Bargwanna in control in the old Reynard. Second place, I think it's Jason Bright and Mark Webber pushing his way up to third. And we've had drama here. There's cars all over the place. Most of them are recovered, but we've got 2 sitting there. Yellow flags are waving, and hopefully they can get them out of the way before the pack comes around for the second time.
Bargwanna, Bright, Webber, then Melrose.
Great performance from Melrose too. He's former production car champion, having his first year in Formula Ford competition. Taking him a few rounds to get up to speed, but a very quick time in qualifying. 55.65, and he's up there in the green and black car at the moment. As they come back to the main straight for the first time, across the start-finish line, this 12-lapper. Bargwanna still in control. Jason Bright tucks into the draft behind him. Here's Webber, the man who has been the sensation of 95 of the Yellow Pages Van Diemen, tucking into the draft for third position. And Bargwanna raises his arm to acknowledge the yellow flags. We'll see how they come around here as we take Yellow Pages race cam aboard Mark Webber's car. And unfortunately we had rain at Phillip Island, so we couldn't really exploit this camera, but this is a fantastic view here, as you can see, alongside Webber as he runs in third position through this very quick part of the circuit.
This is the fellow that came through from 8th place at Phillip Island to take the lead in unbelievably treacherous conditions. I think he's just nursing his way through here. He's watching what the 2 in front of them are doing.
He looks a little quicker than these 2 guys, but he just can't quite get the run at them at the moment. It's interesting watching Bright's car. It's very taily going down under the bridge. It's taily off the top of the hill here. Let's see how it comes onto the straight. Misses the apex a little, still wagging the tail. But you're nothing between these first 3 guys.
You're a former single-seater man, Neil. How accurate is this a reflection of open-wheeler racing?
Whoa! Well, this is exactly what it looks like from the driver's seat, and that's a brilliant angle.
Jason Bright really deep under brakes there. Oh, and Webber's popped the wheel up on the outside. Jason Bargwanna's car, you can see quite graphically, he's damaged the front suspension there, and Webber is out of the race. A great disappointment for him, running third in the championship and really fighting back.
Well, that all started back at the kink when it looked to me like Jason Bright tried to round up Bargwanna and then basically successfully got away with it, and then Mark's had a bit of a dive on the inside. Let's take a look at the replay. Oof. Ooh.
Yes, he drove right into him, man. I'm not feeling too sympathetic for him, for a bloke that excelled so well at Phillip Island. I think maybe that helmet was a little bit tight this morning.
Well, that was a graphic shot. That's exactly what it's like. And he's okay, which is great news. The race continues.
And we lose our race cam, unfortunately. But Jason Bright in control now. Bargwanna into second position as they come across the start-finish line. Down toward the carousel once again. Bright, one of the fast men. It really has been between Bright, Monaghan and Webber in the opening 4 rounds of the championship this year. But now a new challenge for the throne from Jason Bargwanna. He has been quick but struggling in a few rounds, but very fast at Lakeside here. And here's the battle for third, fourth, fifth positions.
Melrose, car number 44 in the bright yellow and black car. And as you said, Mark, he's done a lot of racing in a variety of classes and a very strong performer. This is his first year as a single-seater pilot, and he's got a ton of pressure on him at the moment from Mark Noske. Noske locks up that front right, going to the top of the hill. Huge group of cars in this battle.
Well, this is a real driver's circuit, and that'll be good medicine for all of these fellows that complete the 12 laps here this morning.
staying in that aerodynamic train must be so important here, Neil. Looking at these lap times, they're only about 4 seconds slower than the Tours around here, so it's got a very high average speed, this place.
It's one of the fastest tracks in the country and unique for a variety of reasons. Look at Noski.
Oh.
Does he get away with it? Yes, he does. Slithers up the inside, and that's probably the best description. Very bumpy on the inside of that corner, and if you run too wide, the camber of the road changes, and any advantage that you make, you'll quickly lose again. But he got away with it. That was good planning, good driving, and now Melrose drops back a spot and has to work away at regaining that territory.
Melrose, we've seen in numerous production car championships around the country, a great driver under pressure, and he's certainly applying it here to Noski. This will be a heartening result for Alan Jones, who's set up the... Oh, we've got one in trouble there. Car 60, I think it is, and maybe Ralph Merkel. We can't see the number quite clearly. Yes, indeed. Off in the dust there, maybe off the carousel. And look, he's parking it for the day. Here's where the action is. Back at the pointy part of the grid, Jason Bright still in control. But look at Bargwanna really close to him as they come through the sweep. He's got right out of shape.
Boy, did that get the heartbeat up.
That was
one of the fastest corners in the country. And in a light car like this, boy, yes.
That was quite a save.
That was a very good save.
Lightning fast reactions from the youngster there.
That was a tremendous save.
A whole series of bumps there, and so you've not only got to get your car balance right, but you've got to get your shock package working right, and the bumps can upset the car. And Jason is obviously pushing very hard to try and get to the lead. He's just copped one of the bumps the wrong way. Cars jumped sideways, but he managed to hang on to it, and that was a great bit of driving.
It really is fascinating watching the speed of this Reynard. It's effectively a 7 or 8 year old chassis. And even though he says it's got an updated 1992 model bodywork on it, it's basically the same old car they ran through the late 80s. So, we've got one out of shape here.
Gonna go.
I don't think he's going to catch that.
No. He's
There he is on the grass. A few high-speed losers from the Formula Ford boys here.
The track is very much a one-groove track. There's a grey and a dirty line left and right of the ideal line, and if you put a wheel on it, you can be in terrible trouble. I was going to mention before that it's got a very high average speed, it undulates, and it's very bumpy. There's that car that went off. So no danger, no drama there, didn't break anything. Now look at this. This is on for young and old. Bargwanna again applying enormous pressure. It seems like Jason's car is very, very loose, very oversteery, and now he's having to drive defensively. He sneaks down the inside of the road going into Hungry Corner just to cover his tracks. On the last lap up through here in the Valvoline car, he's very sideways.
Well, we're past half distance that time around, lap 6 of this 12-lapper. And these two guys, no doubt the fastest blokes on the track. They're both operating in the 55-second bracket. Everyone else is in 56 seconds. So they really have got the setup here at Lakeside today. 2.9 seconds the gap from Bargwanna, and he takes a run down the inside. Very neat overtaking manoeuvre there. Used the aerodynamic advantage and snuck past Bright. Nice clean overtaking manoeuvre there, but Bright will not give up without a fight, let me tell you.
He looks like he's got that car working well over the bumps. If you look at the lead car, it just seems to track a little bit better over the rough stuff.
I think he really wants to win this race. He got a very, very good start. He definitely took Webber off the line. And to have a lose like he did a lap ago and still have the intestinal fortitude to keep fighting on, I think he's doing a very admirable
job. Another one off, car number 5 this time, and that's Cameron Partington. And minimal damage, but he's out of the car and okay. Looks like there's more than one involved in that.
2.3 seconds the gap now back from Bright to Noski in third position. So Noski closing the gap on this leading two. There's Noski now coming under fire from Rose. That hasn't backed off for the whole race.
The shame about losing the race cam on Mark Webber's car is that it gives you a really graphic indication of just how much a Formula Ford car slides. And it's difficult to paint the true story sitting in here, but boy, they work hard. If you go and watch these cars on the circuit, they slide all over the place. They're all on a control tyre. It's a Dunlop tyre, and this scrap rages as Jason Bright tries everything to get around Jason Bargwanna as they come off the top of the hill. A big descent here back onto the pit straight, which is the longest and only straight on this circuit
that you can stay on for more than 3 seconds.
He comes
sort of relax for an eye blink.
He's side by side as they come up to the kink once again. They will go to this corner side by side. Who's going to give in? He's on the inside for the carousel. He's probably better placed.
He's lost it.
Bargwanna gets pushed sideways there. Jason Bright, very smooth overtake manoeuvre, no lock brakes.
Actually, that was extremely courteous on the part of both drivers. They gave themselves a stack of room, and it appeared to me as though Jason Bargwanna was actually kind of looking across and thinking, well, yeah, okay, touche, nice work.
I'm surprised that Bargwanna was able to escape that wheel rubbing with Webber, seeing the damage on Mark's car. See, Reynard seems to be continuing without any damage. Noski, this is the battle for third and fourth, just behind the leaders there, you can see. And back there in fifth and sixth, Monahan and Stevenson having their own battle. So it's broken up into 3 groups of 2 in this vital 5th round of the Ford Care Australian Formula Ford Championship at Lakeside today. Let's see now, Bargwanna. He got served up last time. He ducks out. They'll go side by side through the king once again. They're not afraid of doing this. Learned a lesson from Bright last time around. I'm going to get the inside here.
It's making my hands go sweaty. I can't imagine being on the outside in that king. I haven't had trouble on the inside.
Don't even think about it.
Not a lot of room for mistakes there. Last lap of this.
As usual, Formula Ford producing great racing. Repeated lead
scrap.
changes, and Jason Bright is going to do everything going down into Hungary. The car's momentarily two-wheeling. Bargwanna to the defensive inside. Bright on the attack up the hill. Bargwanna again looking in his mirrors, just trying to fumble the guy that's on the attack, and if he can just hold his ground here, he will get away with it. It's a car length as they rush down the hill for the final time.
He really needs Bargwanna to make a mistake here, doesn't he?
Yep. Don't think he's going to do that.
It's going to be close.
He's going to tuck under the gearbox of the Reynard. One last try as they come up toward the start finish line, and Bargwanna.
One hand off the wheel at a time, please.
Mark Noski for third.
Bargwanna has won it, and boy, isn't he happy about that. Throwing his fists in absolute jubilation. Struggling youngster there. Not a lot of money to run this car, but he's done a tremendous job at Lakeside this afternoon. Let's look how they finished on the Shell race score. Jason Bargwanna, great effort out in the Reynard. Jason Bright in second position. Mark Noski finished up third ahead of Mal Rose in fourth. Rounding out the top 5, Gavin Monahan in the Anchorage Van Diemen.